Hey, welcome back to my channel, Looking for a Sign. I'm SJ. You guys know that you're my ears and eyes. We are doing what to expect in the next 72 hours. Next sign up is Taurus, okay? Of course, we are going to be doing an extended, and how you can get access to that extended will be located in the description box. Also, in the description box is my website in case you would like to book a personal reading. Going through my website is the only way to book a personal reading with me. And also, my Instagram is in the description box below. Go ahead and follow me, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Holy Spirit, angel guides, ancestors, universe, God, and the divine. What do you have in store in the next 72 hours for my Taurus and Taurus placements? For my Taurus and Taurus placements. Apollo, get out my room. Sorry, my office is right next to my bedroom. And my dog was like hanging out, looking at me, and then tried to side-eye me as he tiptoed in my room. You think he's so slick, and he not. All right, let's see what's up going on with you, Taurus. So we have release and victim. I feel like there may be somebody in a situation that is trying to play the victim. I don't mean to laugh or giggle. But when I said victim, spirit was just like, yeah, right. So if this is not you, Taurus, somebody around you is trying to play victim so hard or so bad. Or they just have that victim energy. I feel like it is triggering you, it is annoying you, it is bothering you, but you need to release it. I feel like it only triggers you because it reminds you of someone that you no longer deal with anymore. So having this person around or having to deal with this person, it only like re-triggers you. For vanity and complacency. Vanity for me is about, this card right here is like, I don't want to say a God complex, but when I get this card makes me feel like somebody is very complacent in the way that people see them. The way that people see them, or the way that people view them in a very high regard, or view you in a very high regard. And you're complacent in that because you're at a crossroads, or there are decisions that you need to make in your life, and you don't really want to make them because of the way that you feel like you may be viewed. So this may be changing a job or connected to a certain type of connection. It may be somebody from the past that's trying to come back, or there may be just a connection that you're just having a hard time compromising on because of the way that this person views you or sees you. For confusion and expansion, I literally, like, right as I picked up these cards, I literally feel like there is an area of your life that the divine is letting you know needs to be expanded, or you need to be open-minded about, and you are so confused because I do not feel like you're open to it. Also, this expansion card is sometimes, this is not going to go for everybody. This is going to be for a particular person. This right here, how it's the earth and it's around her stomach, represents for me pregnancy, okay? And do you see how like only she's in color and like this other person's in color and everybody else? So sometimes this represents for me that someone may be pregnant and you know about it, or you could be pregnant and you've only told one other person. But the thing here is, the energy I'm getting here is somebody is pregnant and they're not sure who the father is, or somebody is pregnant and they're confused on if they want to keep it. Okay? This could be you or someone close to you. All right, let's go ahead. Or somebody may come to you in the next 72 hours and be like, guess what? But even if it's somebody coming to you in the next 72 hours, I feel like you're confused because they're, and this, like I said, this could be you too, Taurus, but there's this energy of being confused because it's like, I didn't even know you were dating, or I didn't even know things were that serious between you and this person. I also feel like there's confusion because somebody may have lied about their circumstances or the situation. So why is release? Oh. Well, dang. Okay. Okay, yeah. I feel like somebody, because this doesn't have to be romantic. I literally feel like this is more friendship. So this could be a circle of friends, and in the circle of friends, there's just someone who likes to play the victim, or it could be a family member. This does not feel like, I'm not getting romantic energy here. So there's someone around you that within the next 72 hours, you are either going to be triggered or you're going to realize and identify people who play the victim, or why they play the victim really bothers me. Okay, because you dealt with some type of betrayal in the past, but you were able to move past it. But somebody keeps triggering these bad memories, and yeah, it's just putting you in a bad way, because it's like, I thought I had moved on past this. Why is this triggering me so much? It's triggering you because there's a certain aspect of it that you have not healed, okay? So some people think that when you learn a lesson, like, oh, I just learned the lesson, so anytime that this lesson comes up, you know, I'll know how to deal with it because I've learned. But that's not the case. You know what? Okay, so I'm also a spiritual life coach, and I'm thinking that I just might do a spiritual life coach like type video on explaining this when it comes to lessons. Okay, because the energy here is like, I've already learned this lesson, but then confusion when you run into something like that, and then it's like you end up realizing, you know, this is the same lesson but in a different aspect. The best way to explain it is like, if you learned that 5 plus 7 equals 12, right? If you truly learned that lesson, that 5 plus 7 equals 12, somebody should be able to give you 7 plus 5, and you should still be able to know it equals 12, because no matter which way you put it, you know, it still comes out to 12. This situation feels like you totally went through something and learned that 5 plus 7 is 12, but then the universe gave you 7 plus 5 and you're triggered. You're stumped. You're like, what in the heck? I thought I learned this already, but I'm so confused. Okay? So within the next 72 hours, you're going to be going through this awakening of learning this. It's going to be like the same lesson that you feel like you've already learned, but in a different aspect. Different aspect could be, this could be a lesson that you learned in a relationship dynamic, and now it's with a family dynamic. Or you learned it with a friendship dynamic, and now it's in a relationship dynamic. And because relationship feelings are different from friend feelings or family feelings, there may be different emotions attached to the trigger. So you may not be able to identify it as easily because the dynamic is different. So the universe is literally giving you an opportunity to face this trigger head on in every aspect. Okay, why is victim here? Jeez. Exactly. Exactly. It's already somebody that you feel some type of way about. Somebody that you feel some type of way about. And now you're like at a crossroads and feel like there's this unexpected obstacle here. Because you're like, oh my gosh, like, why is this triggering me so much? Why do I even care? Vanity and vanity and complacency. Nice vanity here. Plain and simple, there is a connection that you don't want to put in the work for. There is some type of connection that you have to somebody. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but I do feel like maybe at one point it was romantic, because the energy I'm getting here is Knight of Cups, and that is like heartbreaker, moodiness, unrequited love type of energy. So with this vanity card, there's just this feeling of like, okay, so this may be a connection where you were really into someone, were so feeling them, or you guys were like completely best friends. You did everything for this person. And then, you know, you guys had a falling out, or you and this person ended up, you know, not dealing with each other, or if you're best friends or, you know, whatever, close cousins, whatever, you guys had a falling out and it was their fault. So they knew it was their fault and they may have avoided you, because that's the other energy that I'm getting here. We have, what is this? Page of Pentacles. That's like immature energy. It's lazy. It's like, it's like they're like no news. Like it's not, I mean, it could be bad news, but I mean, it's like almost like no news at all. Like they didn't have anything to say. Like this connection wasn't really moving anywhere. They had no follow through, came with an empty offer. So the relationship, you went into the Knight of Cups in reverse. It became like unrequited love. Like you just were like, listen, I'm disappointed in this. This sucks, you know, and I'm good on this now. And you kind of like the fact that this person, that you kind of had the last laugh, and this situation is done and over with, and the way that this person sees you is in a certain light or in a certain way, because they were in the wrong, right? So I feel like you don't want to change that. Like you're content with not being the bad guy in this situation, right? Right. Right. You're content with not being the bad guy in the situation. I feel like whatever was being hidden from you or what you didn't know about, at this point, it's like I'm almost content with not knowing. I don't even care, you know, because I don't want to deal with this person anymore. Like I'm over it. But I feel like this person may be trying to come back in your energy. They want to come back in with clarity. They want to explain certain secrets and illuminate some things for you, bring in some truth. And you're just kind of like, no. Like, universe, I don't care. But the universe is like, you have unfinished business with this person and you're just like, what? I like things the way that they are, and I don't understand why I close out the cycle and this person, universe, you're sending them back in my direction. So I feel like you may be kind of in your head, maybe feeling a little anxiety, wanting to be by yourself a little bit, trying to recuperate or recover from some type of clarity. They might reach out to you. They might just send you a message. You may have a dream about them, but there's going to be some type of clarity, some type of illumination. And I feel like it may just put you in your head. It put you in your head, may have you contemplating some things. You may need to like take a second and like regroup about it, because it's like, yo, I was complacent with not knowing, and then here you come, right? But honestly, I feel like it's divinely guided, and whatever comes through is because you needed to know. And because there's something, I'm hearing something to do with the soul contract. It's not completely finished. Again, I feel like it goes back to this whole lesson thing where you learned that 5 plus 7 equals 12, but they gave you 7 plus 5, and you're like, you know what? This looks familiar. I just close out the cycle. And the universe, like, that's not what we wanted you to do. We kind of wanted you to handle it this way, learn this particular lesson. And now if we turn it this way, you should still be able to identify this lesson. And because you haven't, we're sending this person back in. Why is confusion here? Well, geez. It. So we'll see what we get with expansion, but for confusion, I feel like there was a connection or something that you may have had some type of hope about. It could be with someone that is an Aquarius. It could be with somebody who is in the public eye, somebody who has their own business, or, you know, an influencer in the public. But I feel like you're confused because you saw this connection going one way, or this situation going one way, and they came in with some type of confession, owning up to certain mistakes or certain things that they may have done. And you are completely in the 5 of Pentacles energy. It completely confuses you, and you're just like, I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know how to process this, or what to do with this, or why you even decided to tell me this. But I feel like they needed to tell you this because it was bothering them. So it was like eating at them. Like their conscience, it was eating at them. They didn't have a choice. Spirit made them tell you. Expansion. Could be dealing with a fire sign here. You guys were definitely in a connection. Or Leo, right? Yeah. God dang it. Oh, and 2 of Pentacles at the bottom. Somebody I strongly feel is pregnant or thinks, oh my gosh, with judgment. Somebody is pregnant or think they're pregnant or got someone pregnant. Yes, because they see you as the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody who is single, has their money together, doing the damn thing. I really feel like, okay, this is for some of you, but I really feel like there could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Aquarius. Oh, good God. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Some of you guys may have been in a connection that you saw, okay, expanding, or the commitment expanding. And it didn't, because there were struggles between the 2 of you, or somebody, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. As I'm trying to talk, Spirit is showing me different visions, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is not for everybody. But again, you were involved, or could have been involved with somebody, a fire sign, okay? Or a fire sign or earth sign, okay? Or fire that has earth in their chart. But either way, doesn't have to be though, okay? It's just energy. You guys were in a commitment, and you guys were moving in a certain direction. Well, at least you thought you guys were. That you guys were moving in a certain direction. I feel like you had to let your guard down and had to go through a lot to let your guard down. And then this didn't go anywhere. It just ended up with battles, struggles, back and forth energy. Or they could have put you in a competition, or put you in competitive energy, you know, was dealing with more than one person, right? I knew it. I knew it. Sorry, Empress. Okay. So what I'm saying is they could have put you in competition energy. There was a secret that they did not want to tell you. And then they stopped moving. The connection became stagnant. So it really kind of confused you, but this person wouldn't give you any answers. They weren't giving you any news, period. With the Empress here, they could have been dealing with another Taurus or a Libra, but I'm strongly feeling like somebody got pregnant. I feel like somebody got pregnant. And if they didn't get pregnant, so this is not for everybody. For some of you, they got someone pregnant but chose not to keep the baby, but it's still weighing on them and they still feel super guilty, which is what they may come in and tell you out of nowhere. Like, why did I even need to know that? You could have kept that to yourself, okay? Or they're just gonna come in and tell you, you know, well, we're not together anymore and I just have to tell you this because it's bothering me, because they had poor self-control. They couldn't, they couldn't do what needed to be done. They had poor self-control. They slept with someone and someone's pregnant, or somebody is pregnant and they're not sure who the father is. They're not sure who the father is. And it's bothering them and it's eating them up, and they're going to come in to tell you they're not sure if you're the father or not. And you're just going to be like, I just don't understand why you're telling me now. So that's what I got for you guys. We're getting ready to go into the extended, okay? We're going to find out how this person feels about you. We're going to find out any blockages. We're also going to find out the outcome of this situation, okay? If this is, and advice from the universe. So if this is where it ends for you, you're absolutely amazing. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you'll know every time that I upload a post, because I do upload daily. For everybody else, I will see you in the extended.